Hello everyone, hope you are doing great. In this week our discussion topic is final project presentation. Under this course I have made one research project named Defects in Bangladeshi Online Content, Risk, Responses and Regulations. In this digital era, I think this is a very important topic, and it's important to know for us that how these defects make a critical situations for us to identify the fake news and the rumors. So I think as we are very heavily use social media platforms, by using these types of social media, how defects is spread increasingly and how actually it's make effect and manipulate us. This is important to find out. That's the reason I selected this research project topic, and I think in Bangladeshi online content, and basically this is platform of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, these types of social media platforms actually affected by these defects and manipulated us a lot. Most probably as I worked on this, I noticed the politician, several actress made the female character actually affected by this defect technology, and they are presented by in unreal pictures, unreal videos. So I think it's a horrible situation which is increasing day by day. So research on these types of topic is important to make awareness about this media literacy, make awareness about these types of fake news, the defects technology a lot. That's the reason actually I selected this topic. So in this video I have to present the overview, the rationale, the objectives and the research question, and have to present the methodology and data selection, collection process and timeline overview and so on. So I think this video will be long. First of all, I am coming in the overview. In overview section, I would like to say that this topic basically I selected from Bangladesh area, and I think it will be quite easy for me to find out every obstacles from Bangladesh online content. And if you want to say that which topic I will focus, basically I have a great focus on find out the impact and the capability of audience to find out the fact information, as they are aware about these defects or not, and how they actually manipulate by this defect technology, and how they overcome these types of situation. These types of basic information, it's my tendency to find out by this research topic. And in here I also have a rationality that by this research actually I want to make awareness about several media literacy campaign and fact checking organizations also, that which types of area basically persons or any institutions selected to spread information which is defects. So this is the main point here, that in which area and how and which types of content they use, and how much they actually affected the audience by using these types of defects. So this information basically I would like to find out by this defects technology, and this is research project basically examines the defects dissemination, the creation, and how it's affected the vast audience of Bangladesh, and how this media literacy, the lack of media literacy actually make this situation so much worse for us. This is the main thing which I would like to find out by this research. Now I am telling about the research rationale, research gap, and how I am suitable for conducting this research. Basically, before this 2024, there was limited defects spreading in my country. In mid-August of 2023, for the first time, remote scanner of Bangladesh identified the first defects in Bangladesh. And after that, there was election process in January 2024. 2024, and several actors of Bangladeshi media and also some of politicians, they are actually affected by this deepfake technology, and day by day it increasing. If I observed the statistics of rumor scanner of Bangladesh and their identification, there several defects identification, then I noticed that from 2024 January to till now, actually day by day it increasing, and fantastically it also most of the peoples make comment and reactions on these types of defects technology, and they think about it that it's real. So I think by observing their comment and by observing this defects technology spreading, I think it's most important to make awareness about it, that and not only AI generated pictures but also these types of defect videos also can manipulate our concept and also can create sometimes these manipulated meanings among us. So it's important. And the research gap here, I also noticed that on these defects lots of research already held in several countries, and find out these types of defects technologies effect and how it's harmful for journalistic activities and for media literacy. But I didn't notice any types of research which is particularly on Bangladesh concept, and particularly which research wants to find out the impact of these types of defects and find out the risk and responses of the audience. And it's there have no research about it. That's how persons are manipulated and how they actually responses on these types of defects. And as we have several regulatory rules and in our country, actually why these rules and regulations, how these digital media platforms are being capable to control these types of defects in spreading. So I think it's important to find out, and this is the main area which is research gap. And to explore these defects properly, it's important to for us to identify these defects and their responses, techniques, and this regulations process so properly. And there have a vast gap in our countries based this research sectors. And as I'm a student of media studies, and also I was a former fact checker in Bangladesh, and also I am doing several courses with Dr. Nuriyanti Jali about this media literacy, fake news, and other things. So I think I'm capable to find out these types of defect technologies effect by using several variables, and it will be quite easy for me by analyzing the independent variables, the dependent variables, and also use several primary and secondary data to find out the actual findings. That's the reason I think I'm capable to conducting this research. And the important part of this research project is research objectives and the research questions. For this research project, I find out 3 objectives and 3 research questions which I will explore in this research project. 3 research objectives of this project here is that assess public awareness and understanding of defects influence in Bangladesh. And second one is identify the role of online communities in spreading or counteracting deepfake content. And the third one is analyzing the effectiveness of existing regulations and purpose accountable recommendations. And basically the main part of this research project is research questions. I worked with 3 research questions for this research project. Here is: what is the level of public awareness and ability to detect deepfakes in Bangladesh? And this research also find out that how do social dynamics influence the spread of debunking of deepfakes. And the third one is: what are the regulatory and educational measures needed to combat deepfake effectively? Most of the times, actually, as lack of media literacy, these rumors spread in our country, and we may become panicked or manipulated by this. So I think to find out this impact level and the literacy level of public and how they can identify the fact, that's actually the main key target for me to find out from this research. Now I'm discussing about the research methodology and data collection details for this research project. For your kind information that I already completed one research for conference purpose on this topic, which is conducted by mixed method process by using qualitative thematic analysis and the in-depth interview process. So I think by this thematic analysis process, I made sample from 2023 mid-August to this 2024 October. There are 15 defects which was spread and was confirmed by fact-checking organizations that are defect, and these defects content I analysis and find out that the most of the times political leaders, actors, and basically female actors affected by these defects a lot, and find analyzing the commentary box, their reactions, the public how react on this based on these types of information. In-depth interview way the renowned persons from this two fact-checking organizations, one of Rumor Scanner Bangladesh and one of FactWatch. They ensured that this actually, even though we have a several regulatory process, but till now the lack of media literacy, this misinformation actually spread in a great way. So I think by conducting these types of two qualitative methods, I already find the data in which I can explain that lack of media literacy, these defects actually is spreading in my country. But in this current research project, I have a plan to make survey, because I think it's also important to find out that the impact process, how these defects influence our country's people. So for this survey method, in this research, I have a plan to make a 300 people's sample project, and in this 300 people I will select by using sample methods, sampling size that is based on age, gender, educational levels, and demographic areas, because in my concept, if I make 150 people from rural and 150 people from urban areas, and also selected this ages sector in 18 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 60, and based on these three categories I select from age, and also select people female, male, and others identity. I think this helped me a lot to make a great sampling without bias. So I keep a great focus on sampling process, and I think it will help me a lot to find out the authentic data and find out the influence pattern of these defects in my country's people. And basically in my country, as most of the times most ages people don't so much active in social media platforms, so in this research methodology, I also have a plan to go through with in person and collect data by one person to one person's interview process. So I think it will take a time for me to find out this survey data, as my previous research have just only the qualitative data based on secondary data influence variables. But in this research, I will use the independent data. I will go people and I will collect the primary data from them, and it will set up a statistics level for this research. So I think it's important to make a great standard for my research topic, and upcoming times I have a plan to publish it also. That's all about my methodology and the data collection details. Now I'm telling about the timeline process. As it's as the previous research, basically Delhi, which I conducted just only qualitative thematic analysis and in-depth interview. I also engaged on two fact-checking organizations, one of FactWatch and another is Rumor Scanner Bangladesh, with my research, and I took interview of policymakers of these two organizations. So I think now I have a lot of qualitative data, and as I have a plans to do survey for this research, so I think it will take time for me, and I actually make a great timeline overview for that. First of all, for find out the several data and several countries information, I select 1 month, and the second month I selected to write the theoretical framework and the literature review, as I already used this media information literacy and social influence theory for this previous research. So in this research I also use these two theory, because I think by using this two theory I can utilize my statistics data so properly and can relate with this. And this third month I will select it for collecting data, and it will take I think 2 months. So third and fourth month I am selecting for collecting data, and after that the next month I will analyze the data and I will find out the key findings. So I think it will take 6 months for me to completing whole research paper, and based on all my criteria, I think I can find out the empirical data also, as I already made a conference on this qualitative data based, and I think these research gaps will be fulfilled by doing this research. So that's all about my today's project design video presentation. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and if you have any suggestions, please make suggestions for me, because as I'm doing on research and have a plan to publish it, so I think your kind information will help me a lot. Thanks everybody.